I am so excited to grow seeds that I have never grown before. My name is Kelsey, aka Sprouts and Stories, and all of my gardening content is at the intersection of all things gardening, all things nerdy, dorky, and everything in between. And that starts with all things magical and whimsical, which is why I dropped a hat. We're talking Halloween Town. While this doesn't look like much right now, in the summertime, this was my pumpkin trellis, growing all sorts of pumpkins I had never grown before. And this year, I want to go even bigger. I've always been a Halloween girly. I absolutely love Halloween Town. Personally, Practical Magic is my favorite Halloween movie. Well, I need to be thinking about how I'm making space for the one, the only, Big Max pumpkin. I am going to try and grow a 100-pound pumpkin. I'm thinking about building a pumpkin patch right outside my house. And where this all reminds me of Halloween Town is, when Marnie gets to Halloween Town and in the center of town, there's that enormous pumpkin that, spoilers for a movie that is very, very old at this point if you haven't seen it. And also I don't want to think about how old that is because I'm a millennial and I am now getting scared. But there's importance of putting the light inside the giant pumpkin. So I'm imagining a world where I'm going to grow this ginormous pumpkin on my front lawn, this Big Max pumpkin, and it's going to become Halloween decorations sitting out front, and that I can do a whole themed Halloween Town situation. It just feels magical. We're not going to need this for the next thing I'm growing, so here, why don't you hold it? It looks great on you. You may have noticed that I am surrounded by decaying plants, but the reason why there's so many of these little bulbs is because this was my attempt at tomatillos in 2025. I grew green tomatillos and I got really excited when I found, because I'm not sure if you've noticed that I have some purple on my hair here, but I love purple. I'm very much like that meme of girls whose favorite color is purple. They have a purple pen and they've got a purple backpack and purple this and purple that. Well, I also had to make sure my tomatillos are purple. These purple tomatillos are reportedly sweeter than the green tomatillos, and I'm excited because I have leftover green tomatillo seeds from last year. I'm going to have the purple tomatillos from this year. Then with my new seed packets, these are going to be ones that I am going to start inside my house and then transplant, so that way I can get a longer growing season by kind of faking that warmness by having it inside my house before moving it outside when it is warm enough for these guys. Tomatillos, delicious. I can't wait to grow them, and hopefully they'll do better than they did last year. I grew a lot of tomatoes last year, but just like the tomatillos, I'm excited to change it up a little bit and plant something that I've never seen before. Did you know that there's these green tomatoes that have these super cool zebra stripes on them? They are aptly called green zebra tomatoes. I am absolutely thrilled to be growing them. These are an indeterminate type of tomatoes, which means that they grow really, really, really tall. There's determinate and indeterminate tomatoes. So determinate tomatoes grow a determinate amount, a certain height. You know the height it grows. Indeterminate tomatoes grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. As a short person, I'm only 5 feet tall. I might need to get a ladder for these zebra tomatoes, but maybe it would be really cool to have it the size of an actual zebra. So now let's talk about ones that are an arts and crafts project and a plant, and also just a really cool thing that I'd never seen before. It's January, so if your New Year's resolution was to pick up a new hobby, this is gardening and arts and crafts all in one. This is a Corsican, a Corsian, a Corsa... It's a gourd. You can grow this gourd and then you can turn it into a bowl. You can carve it. You can paint it. You can make jewelry. It seems so cool. The one thing to think about is because this is going to take about 140 days to grow, if you're in a cooler climate like me, you're going to want to make sure you start this indoors and give it plenty of time to be able to grow in your garden. Look at these tiny little mouse melons. They look like a watermelon, but they're more like a cucumber. And so people pickle them. They put them as little accessories on drinks, little accoutrements, little garnish on your drink if you want to be fancy like that. Also, it's just, again, it goes back to how I absolutely love growing things that I've either never seen before in my life, only seen in a TV show, never seen in the grocery store, or simply have never grown myself. I like that these grow in about 70 days, so for me who's in a shorter growing season than somebody, let's say, in Florida, that I have more time to be able to grow these in. And it says here that they harvest from summer to fall, so this is going to be a really fun treat. I can't wait to put this on a plate for my friends and be like, try it. What do you think it's going to taste like? What do you think this is? I think it's going to be really, really fun. I have something to tell you now that we've become friends, and it's that I've never grown quinoa before. I know, I didn't even know that I could grow quinoa. But more importantly, I didn't know it came in rainbow colors. How cool is that? I am very excited about this because for my fellow cold climate people, this is a great one for you because we can sow this 1 to 2 weeks after our average last frost date and get this beautiful quinoa growing. And if you're in a more mild climate, first of all, congratulations on your longer growing season, and I am jealous of your vacation destinations, but you can start growing this right now in the winter time, so that way you can get it growing before the summer's heat affects its growth. I think that while I do like quinoa, Mom, I do like quinoa and I will eat my quinoa, Mom. The thing is, I sometimes grow things not because I'm going to eat them, but because they're just visually pretty to look at, and that has to be okay. Because honestly, I get overrun with lettuce sometimes, and then I feel guilty that I'm growing so much lettuce and I should be eating my lettuce, but I'm not eating enough lettuce. And then I'm like, oh my God, am I a bad person because I'm not eating the lettuce that I grew? And then I remember that gardening is supposed to be fun. So make sure you're having fun. I got these seeds because I was inspired to grow things that are big and magical, to grow things that I can create with, to grow things that are beautiful and colorful and interesting and small, just things that I have never seen before, never grown before. And that's something that is so joyous to me about gardening, that there are all these opportunities to try something you've never grown before. And you can learn about all sorts of different seeds, all sorts of different garden zones, and all sorts of different creators if you keep checking out this Creator Seed Diary series that Botanical Interest has created. Please make sure you subscribe to the Botanical Interest channel. If you want to keep following my gardening journey, I will have more episodes here on the Creator Seed Diaries as part of the Botanical Interest YouTube channel. And check out Sprouts and Stories across all social media to see what I'm up to next. Maybe I've even figured out how to pronounce that gourd or even carved and painted it by now. Probably not yet. It needs a few more months before I plant it. Thank you so much to Botanical Interest for having me. And for now, I need to make my magical disappearance. Poof!